racial discrimination lawsuit for $2.5 million.
Apparently, discrimination is still so rampant in America that companies and taxpayers pay millions to compensate victims.
Maryland State Police hoping to settle a U.S. Justice Department investigation into its alleged racial discrimination by paying almost $3 million.
This is ridiculous. Taxpayers should not be on the hook for this.
Heather MacDonald, author of When Race Trumps Merit, says America isn't so racist, but companies and taxpayers pay anyway because of a legal doctrine called disparate impact. You say disparate impact is destroying our civilization. Most people don't even know what it is.
It is their greatest weapon against excellence, and it is an abuse of the spirit of our civil rights laws.
Disparate impact rules say any policy or test in which some races or sexes do better than others is illegal discrimination, even if the policy itself has nothing to do with race. For example,
the Maryland State Police wanted to make sure that the state troopers could read at a very basic level. It was a colorblind, neutral test of skills.
But because black applicants got lower scores, the test was ruled racist. The state was also found guilty of sexism because women got lower scores on its physical fitness test.
Hiring tests that unfairly and unlawfully excluded them from employment.
Maryland agreed to pay millions and to change its standards because the test had a disparate impact.
So disparate impact means that an institution can be completely colorblind. It can want to have as many different races as possible. But if it has a standard that blacks do poorly on, you got to throw out the standard.
New York taxpayers also paid when a lawsuit claimed the test for teachers was racist.
Even though you've spent decades throwing out every question on this exam that has too wide a racial divergence, you still didn't have the same proportion of black applicants passing as white applicants. We're going to throw out the exam, and you, New York taxpayers, are liable for $2 billion.
The only reason they're behind is because of the legacy of slavery. White people like us, we have capital, human capital and actual capital. No wonder blacks are behind.
It is understandable that we have a guilty conscience when it comes to all issues related to race because of our centuries-long betrayal of our founding ideals.
So that's all they're saying. Remember that.
No, they're saying much more than that. That's right. We should remember it, and we do remember it, and we have way overcorrected. You can have meritocracy in an institution, or you can have diversity. You cannot have both.
We have an executive order on disparate impact theory.
Now President Trump has ended federal disparate impact rules, and his Justice Department has dropped disparate impact cases.
We're bringing meritocracy, the American way, back.
DEI at HUD is dead. It's gone.
Trump also told colleges, get rid of DEI programs and end affirmative action.
Telling them to change course when it comes to things like deciding college admissions based on gender and race.
But colleges are already evading Trump's demands.
Some of them did kind of dismantle the DEI offices, but a lot of the other ones just renamed them.
We had to change the names of some of our programs and stuff. Like we had a queer brunch, we can't call it queer brunch anymore. Yeah, you gotta call it cozy brunch.
Diversity and equity becomes belonging in community.
We're doing the same stuff, but like changing the names a little bit.
It is an act of narcissism and ego on the part of these college administrators who only care about the photos that show up on their college website and making sure that they're suitably diverse. None of your viewers should give any benefit of the doubt to these bureaucrats. There's no knowledge required to be a diversity bureaucrat. The only thing that's necessary is you're willing to prosecute the race hustle at the highest levels of the administration.
That does real harm, she says.
You already have medical schools that have simply waived the medical college admissions tests for black students because they do so poorly on them, and are bringing blacks into medical schools with qualifications that would be automatically disqualifying if presented by whites or Asians.
Stop using different rules, says MacDonald. Institutions should have one standard for excellence.
ban discrimination, but we do not ban excellence. We do not ban high expectations. We want all people to reach the same level of competence, and that is how we're going to move forward.
MacDonald has much more to say about discrimination, the so-called war on police, and America's welfare state. We'll post her full interview soon. And if you feel generous, please consider supporting our channel by clicking that Giving Tuesday button. Your donation will be matched by a generous donor.